Hey YouTube, I just wanted to go over this iiRcade that I got yesterday. Actually, I got it last week, but it took me a while to get it together, and it wasn't as easy to put together as, everybody kind of makes it seem. It's a little complicated. The instructions weren't quite as clear as they could have been, I think. I'm sure it wasn't as difficult. I'm kind of retarded, so... but I just wanted to show you the interface and the turn on, because really I haven't seen a single video that showed that, and I wanted to show the games that I got yesterday. So it comes with 12 games. Everybody probably knows that, and it actually came with 11, and then they send you a code to download whatever game correlates with your cabinet. And I have the Space Invaders cab, but you can't see it where it is. It's in the dark. One thing about this, I had this in my arcade, and it doesn't read the Wi-Fi, and I mean, just can't even pick up the Wi-Fi. And I know everybody's going to say, oh, it's because your Wi-Fi isn't strong or whatever, but it was sitting next to my Street Fighter cabinet and my NBA Jam and my Simpsons cabinet, and those all connect to the internet no problem. So I think there's a weak transponder in these or something, but overall I'm really happy with the machine. I think the platform is incredible. I bought a bunch of games yesterday, and me and my daughter stayed up way too late because it was a school night. But first day I probably bought as many games as are on this. So it's going to go into this attract mode, and it's a pretty cool attract mode. It shows like the new games that are coming out, and then it kind of shows like a collage of different games. And I'll tell you, there really are a lot of good games, and some of the best games on here, and I know people will disagree with me, everybody has a preference, but some of the best games on here are the ColecoVision games. And even though there are arcade versions of some of the games, I downloaded a few of the ColecoVision games. So Beach Buggy Racing came with it. That was pretty good. We tried that. Not the best racer, but it was pretty good. My daughter liked it. I haven't tried Bomb Squad. I downloaded Burger Time. I haven't tried Diver Boy. I did play some Double Dragon. My daughter wasn't amused. She's 6, so it wasn't her type of game. But I messed around with the scan lines, and I think I found a pretty comfortable scan line. I tried to get online with this Dragon Master. I don't think there was anybody on, and then I played around with it a little bit. Dragon's Lair, I'll probably erase Dragon's Lair if I can at some point, because I hate that game. It's the worst game ever invented. And then I haven't tried Fancy World, but I did watch some videos of it. It looks like a platformer, and I think my daughter would like it. Gunbird's a shooter. I like shooters, but I haven't tried it. I did download the Jukebox. Jukebox was free, and it connects to Bluetooth. Now, where this cabinet was a Bluetooth soundbar, but that was connected to my NBA Jam, and I moved that down into the arcade with the NBA Jam. And I played my NBA Jam cabinet where I had set this up and flawlessly connected to a game and played online, and whooped some ass. But I mean, I'm not too salty about this, having a weak transponder. I just had to put it down. It's kind of out of the arcade, but so was my NBA Jam cabinet, because I always played it while the kids were in the bathtub. They're getting older now. I don't have to watch them as much. So anyway, I downloaded Jungle Hunt, one of those Coleco games. Fucking love it. Eventually I will have all the ColecoVision games, because every one of them to me is just it's a banger. And the thing about Jungle Hunt is there's an arcade version, and also the thing about ColecoVision games is they don't take up any space. So even with 120 gigs, I think that's what came on this, you could fill that up real quick with some of the games that are on here. But every ColecoVision game is like, I think 500 kilobytes or something. So you could download the entire ColecoVision library to this machine. Maniac Square, we stayed up probably till, my 6-year-old daughter was up till 11 o'clock last night, because we were playing this head-to-head, and it was easy enough for her to figure out, but way too much fun to start playing right before bedtime, because I had a blast with this. Retro Highway, I have put some miles on this game. Great game. Space Invaders, of course, I downloaded that, and compared to the arcade 1-up version, this version is buttery smooth. Loved it. Love it. I like all the different graphic modes, but the game itself plays a lot smoother and better. The sound is better. Gameplay's better overall. It's just a much better experience on this cabinet, especially with the improved buttons and joysticks. So Snowboard Championship, a little choppy. Looks like it could be fun. Looks a little generic. Looks like it could be fun, though. I got to mess around with the scan lines on that one because it's pretty pixelated. Space Harrier, day one download, by far one of my favorite games from my childhood, all the Sega games. I believe this runs on the same engine as Outrun and Hang On, and it's a great game. I got to mess around with the scan lines on this one. I've got smoothing on, and smoothing seemed to take care of some of the problems. And Legend of Cage, another game. Now, I played this on the NES with my daughter a lot before I got this machine because this is one of my favorite games from as a child, and one of the main reasons I have to always own an NES, but this is the arcade version, and I love it. Hadn't played this game in 20 years, and I love flying through the air and shooting the ninja stars, and I think I made it to the fourth level so far, but I haven't really put any time into it yet. But great game. My daughter loved it. She's already a pro at this. Time Killer is one of my favorite fighters. I know it gets a bad rap. I don't know why it gets a bad rap, but day one download for me. It's actually day two download because I downloaded it this morning, but just eventually I'm going to have all the Coleco games, and I spent a lot of time playing Jungle Hunt last night myself. Twin Brats, haven't tried it. Oh, no, we did try this one. It's a little like a Lock and Chase style clone, kind of. My daughter wanted to try it because she said it looked like candy, and we had a good time. I mean, we played it. It's another one. Two players can play at the same time, and I haven't tried the online, but we had a great time with it. So it looks like all my games, and then you've got, all your different, of course, Burger Time was, I had to have that one. My next door neighbor is like 85, and that's his favorite game. So I told him I was going to download that day one and have him come over. He hasn't made it yet, but the one ColecoVision game, a couple of fighting. The jukebox mode, I haven't tried it yet, but I will. Puzzle games, I'm kind of a fan of puzzle games. I'm not a real gamer. It's like I'm not a real YouTuber. So racing, there's a few more racing games. What is it? The Riptide GP there. I really wanted to download that, but it's like $13, and I was kind of downloading some $5 games last night. So shooter, sports. I saw a lot of sports games, and if anybody watches this video and knows which tennis game, which basketball game is the most popular online, I really like to play online with people. And the game itself isn't as important to me when it comes to sports as it is, the competition. So if we both have the same difficulty of, just regular arcade controls, I'm willing to go head to head with anybody. Same degree of difficulty. So there's a bunch of settings in here. I haven't seen a single video go through all these fucking settings. And honestly, because I didn't have Wi-Fi for the first couple hours, I had a hell of a time getting it to connect and, doing all these things. So I haven't even gone through all these settings yet, but there are a few anyway. And I love the way you download. I love the way you download games. I know there's a lot of they talk down about you have to go on your phone, download the game, automatically downloads. I could be at my mom's house, click download on my phone, and a game would download right to my machine as soon as I turned it on, which is friggin' awesome. And it makes it so that people can't just get on your machine and download games without you knowing, connected to your credit card. Now, maybe they could put a password system on that or whatever. The other big complaint is about this OS, but, honestly, and I even hear the iiRcade fanboys saying, oh, well, the new OS is going to be awesome. It's going to come. But, I mean, seriously, dude, what the fuck is your problem with an OS? I mean, it's about the games, and a lot of the haters, there's no bangers. This isn't a banger. This game is one of the top playing arcade games of all time. There's a coin system, a player one system, but I don't know if I'll get a copyright or whatever. I don't know how video game copyrights go, but love this game. It reverts back to some original scan lines, which is kind of cool. and I go right back out to the menu, and there you go. So overall, it's as much fun as I thought it would be. I'm as impressed as probably even more impressed than I thought I would be. I can't show you like, the machine itself, but because it's just too dark down here, this marquee would look all washed out. I'll show you. It's look all washed out, but it's not. It's crystal clear. So anyway, those are my first impressions. Love this. Can't wait to download some more games this weekend. And I can't get enough of the games I've already downloaded. I bought this game because some of my favorite games of all time are on this. Burger Time, Space Harrier, and Time Killers were, as soon as they said they had Legend of Cage, I said, all right, well, now I have to buy one. So I financed it through the iiRcade. They have a deal with Synchrony, and I have running credit with them, so they financed me, and it was great. So I'm paying off this while I'm busy emptying my bank account buying games. So anyway, I'm not a real YouTuber. I just wanted to go over the iiRcade OS and startup menu and give you my first impressions. And these were my day one downloads. So good luck.